It's a new era of chefs and I'm loving it. Hey, look how I'm dressed. Oh.
Welcome back. It's Cincy Local and Live with Randall Pink.
Cincinnati Ty.
And we got
Rock Allen, your favorite chef's favorite designer from Chef to Impress.
Anthony Talbert, marketing leader for Chef to Impress.
right on, man. Well, it's a pleasure having you guys in here. I know we just talked about it off camera, but this is our first 2024 episode, so I'm looking forward to it. And why don't we get in with where are you from and what you got going on?
So I'm by way here of Louisville, Kentucky, Sullivan University graduate. I'm excited to be up here in Cincinnati to really see what y'all market's working with. Had an opportunity to get out before I got here, tap into the scene, went to Black Coffee, indulged in the culture a little bit. So loving being up here, loving what I got going on with Chef to Impress. Got some great apparel coming out soon, so can't wait to tap into that.
Right on, man. And shout out to
Black Coffee
Black
Lounge.
Coffee. Right on.
Black
Shout
Coffee
out to
Lounge.
that. Did you have a partake in that?
No, I didn't go to Black Coffee Lounge, but one reason why Rock Allen is up here with Chef to Impress, we were visiting someone we're collabing with. So I mean, maybe we'll get into that a little bit later. But we were on a collab visit, working on another project that's coming out soon. Some new features on the apron. Some new opportunities for customers to tap into something different. So yeah, we were collabing with somebody local, and I mean we'll tap into it a little later.
All right.
So I have different facets of the size of the brand. So I have what you will wear in the kitchen. So chef coats, aprons, and then we'll eventually grow the business in doing non-slip shoes and pants and socks and things of that nature, as well as like knife kits. But then I also have the lifestyle brand. And so within the lifestyle brand is where you have like the Letterman jackets, the t-shirts, got a lot of fun, cool sayings on the shirts. One of my favorite ones, Birdman was hot at one point saying, put some respect on my name. So we started doing something. We said, put some respect on my cooking.
Oh, there you go.
We got another, one of our favorite, more popular ones was You Salty, I Cook with Flavor. And so I'm big on play on words. I think that's just the music side of me a little bit. I love lyrics. And so we have a lot of fun with doing fun, catchy apparel, but also at the end of the day, we're a culinary brand. So if our chef coats, our aprons, if they're not on point, then the brand doesn't thrive as well as it can. So our ultimate goal is to connect not just with the professional. So I don't care if you're a celebrity on TV, or if you're just a culinary legend in the family. So who the best cook in the family is? Mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, your little sister, little brother. So we got apparel for everyone at no matter the skill set in the kitchen.
So how did this concept come about, the whole Chef to Impress?
Great question, man. So I got my first kitchen job when I was 16, worked at Embassy Suites in Franklin, Tennessee. Super nervous. You always hear about chefs in the kitchen throwing pots and pans, screaming, blah, 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 right? And I told my chef, I wanted to spray paint my chef coat. I wanted a carrot or something. I just wanted it to look cool. I didn't want to wear a plain white or black chef coat. And he told me I'll never wear that in his kitchen. And so mind you, before that job, I worked at a cleaners. So I worked at the cleaners for 3 years, getting paid on the table actually at that point, because I wasn't technically legal to work in the kitchen. I mean, working at the cleaners. But so I've been around fashion and clothes and fabrics for a long time. And finally was able to own my own restaurant where I can wear what I want, how I want. And with my partner, Darnell, we had a restaurant called Super Chefs. And that's where the brand really started to blow up, because I had the space to actually design what I wanted. But my ultimate goal is really for, you look at chefs now, at one point, chefs was not allowed to wear tattoos, piercings, hair colors. All this stuff has changed as time has elapsed. And so what I've noticed with a lot of other brands is they are still in that same box of apparel. And even what I'm wearing right now, this showcases my personality. It still looks like a chef coat, functions as a chef coat, but also it's not just salt and pepper. It's got a little flavor, like Anthony said. It's got a little flavor. So, and that's what I'm really looking to do. I want to know who you are outside the kitchen and put that into the apparel.
Well, I'm bringing that new vibe, that new style.
What I ultimately love to do is instill confidence. Because if you looking good, you gonna move differently. No matter if you going out with your fellas, your girls, if you looking the part.
If you looking good, you cooking good.
Man, that's been hot right now, ain't it?
Dope.
Looking good as you cook.
Looking good as you cook. So that's the intangible that you can't really measure. The confidence that Chef to Impress gives you in the kitchen. Now, you may not be on the Food Network, but if you put Chef to Impress on, you're going to cook like you're on the Food Network. And so your mama, your daddy, your kids going to appreciate you because, you know, kids are the worst critics. They're going to tell you if something's great or they're going to tell you, daddy, try again.
Yeah, so I noticed that you got apparel for the kids.
Yeah. And that came about. So my daughters and sons have been asking me for years, when we gonna get an apron? When were you making stuff for everybody else? I see this person on TV wearing it. I see this person. Why ain't we got nothing? And so my kids were the canvas to actually being able to create and design some aprons. So we got everything from some army fatigue aprons to some aprons with paint splatter designs on it, cartoon characters, a lot of very fun and relatable fabrics that where kids can relate to when they see it. But then also it feels good, and so it looks the part, obviously, but it's also comfortable, and it's easy to clean, stain resistant, water resistant. So, you know, kids, they messy. So
oh yeah,
you got to make sure you're strapped up.
100% on that.
Got that bounty on deck.
Yeah. Well, that's nice that you're being able to bring that new approach and have different demographics that you appeal to.
Yeah.
You know, as far as bringing that style. So where do you see the business going, or like who would you like to work with if you could work with anybody?
Great question. One of my favorite chefs is Manit Chauhan. I don't know if you all are familiar with her, but how she dresses in the kitchen is fly. She's Indian, but what I love about her, she influences her culture into her chef codes. So I would love to do something for her because I just feel like I got so many styles. I don't know. I feel like I'm like the Lil Wayne. I'm in my mixtape vibe of creativity, right? So I can just create for days, and she would be dope. But I don't know. I want to get let me get Obama in something. You know what I'm saying? Let me get Jay-Z or Ricky Ross, Rose in something. Now I want to be able to kind of stretch because cooking. Everybody cooks. You might not be the greatest, but everybody's cooking.
I like to think I can cook, but nowhere near what he can whip out. That's for sure.
I seen the Facebook reviews. They say he's nice.
Yeah. Doing this since 2013.
Yeah.
You said that your diversity comes from working in the cleaners. When you make your pieces, are they made with the intent of making something particularly for that chef, or are you just making the pieces?
Both ways. So how we started was doing custom designs. And so within the custom design, so say you get in a chef code and I'm like, okay, so we'll sit down, like, do you want short sleeve, long sleeve, 3/4 sleeve? What color chef code? You want white, black, orange, purple? Are you looking for something real flashy, flamboyant, or are you looking for something real kind of clean, sophisticated? What's the approach of this chef code? And so what I would do when I do a custom apparel is I would, take all the information and I would design it. You would tell me X, Y, and Z, and then I would do my own research and I would study who you are outside the kitchen. So that's our trick, right? We learn who you are. So outside the kitchen, do you wear loud colors? Do you wear bright colors? Or do you wear just kind of simple black and white? So I'll take those elements, design them into the apparel, and then I would present them to you. And then at that point, you have no idea what it's going to look like. So there's an element of surprise and excitement, like Christmas. And so whenever you get a Chef to Impress custom piece, you're excited. You're like, ooh, I've been waiting on this. I've been waiting a couple weeks for this. So now that I got it, and then it fits to a T, it complements your body well. And so that's one side of it. And then the other side of it is, because I worked in the cleaners, I'm very intentional with the fabrics, the stretching is. And if you all worked in any type of kitchen, I don't care if it's at home or at an actual commercial kitchen, you need stuff that's light, breathable, stretchy, like can move with you, but you also want to have some style to it. So I take a little bit of both where, I do my part on, fabric research. And then also because I've worked in the industry for so long, like I know what we need. So I'm not just, freestyling when I'm saying, oh, this looks great, let's try this fabric. No, yeah. I've actually been in the field since I was a teenager. And so like, I know what you need in the kitchen. So I'm pretty intentional.
And I think that's a great response. I love the fact that he said, I've done it first, right? So I know about the industry. And then also I got my swag and I'm in my bag, like, Lil Wayne with the mixtapes. But if I were to answer that same question, I would say he can go super deep as far as like the creativity. If I had to give it like a nice clean sweep, I would say we're like a 3-legged stool.
Okay.
We have the custom aspect where we're really doing research on the person who's going to be wearing it, and we're designing something specifically for them. But then we have the stock aspect where it's like a good breadth of swag, but also anybody can wear this. It's for anybody. But then we have the third part being our LTOs, which are like seasonal specific. If it's for Black History Month, which we have something coming up soon for Black History Month, or if it's for
women,
for Women's Month in March, or even it can be for like a region, African theme or Asian theme or European theme or whatever. But if I had to say clean sweep, custom work, stock, and then our seasonal LTOs.
Oh, wow. You're checking all the boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So talk to us about the Black History Month that you got coming up. What kind of...
Oh, you want to throw it to me? Now, I was getting ready.
I can take it.
I was going Magic Johnson. Yeah.
Right now, we're trying to really understand who is the chef to impress customer. And trying to understand our customer, we want to touch them and engage them in different fun yet creative ways, but also like relevant ways. So what better way to be relevant than to be, in season with something? So what we're doing is we are connecting with chefs around the world, really. So who we're partnering with for the Black History limited time offer apron is a man named Chef Benjamin, who lives in Dallas, and he has a really solid following, and he's just a fan of the brand in general. We connected with him through
IG,
through Instagram, and he was a big follower of the brand, but also a follower of Rodney's partner, Darnell, aka Super Chef. So he's a fan of the brand in general, and we said, you know what, let's connect with him and bring out something seasonal, something that's like on trend, on topic, relevant for right now. So Rock Allen, he tapped into his creativity and came out with something super cool that like really talks to Black History Month, and I think that it really embodies the meaning of Black History Month, which is like just Black empowerment and like just Black creativity. I mean, anything you could think of Black History Month, like that's what that apron embodies. And we're partnering with Benjamin, and he's Chef Benjamin, and he's super excited about it. But that was the goal. The goal was, how can we be relevant and really talk to our consumer different ways?
Well, it seems like you guys definitely check all the boxes for that. Where can they find that deal that you guys going on? Or the promotion?
Black History Month limited time offer apron. You can find that apron at Chef to Impress, CHEF, the number 2, Impress, IMPRESS.com. It'll be on the homepage, and again, limited time, so make sure you get it while it's hot right now.
Everybody. Yeah, I want to get off topic, but you said like for all of the culture. I seen that you went and did some work with Franklin High School.
Yeah.
Went back to culinary school. Like, how was that experience? Like, I asked because in school, my school was actually law, but we had culinary arts and we had cosmetology, and it was like, now thinking as an adult, I probably should have went one of those avenues, like even cosmetology as a male, because it pays well. But to have somebody that already has something going on and then go back to the high school to say, hey, this is what I got going on, not only as a chef, but now I'm branding clothing for chefs. It's like,
it's
want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. So I went back to Franklin High School. That's actually my high school I graduated from. And it means a lot because I didn't have nobody like myself coming back when I was there. And so it's crazy. When I go back, I can talk to the kids and they're going to listen to me. My chef, who was my chef when I was there, they ain't listening to him. They do to a degree, but I can connect with them differently. He's 50, 60 years old, and I'm 30. I don't want to say my age, actually. I'm 30. but I look better than my age, I can connect with them, and I'm not too far removed from school until they say, you graduated in 2006. I'm like, dang, 2006 was almost 20 years ago now at this point. And so it was a great experience because, one, I get a chance to pour into them in the sense of, like, obviously what I'm doing with cooking, right? I mean, with the apparel, but I get to pour into them and let them know, like, you need to learn how to cook just because it's a fundamental skill. It's survival. Like, y'all are gonna graduate after high school and y'all gonna go your own ways and cook, and you're not gonna have the limited resources of finances to just go buy X, Y, and Z. So you need to know how to go in that cabinet and be like, okay, I got a little bit of rice, I got a half a pepper, and an old meatball. So you know what I'm saying? So you gotta be able to act like you own Chopped and create a balanced meal. And so that's what I really try to articulate to the kids, really show them how you could look in the kitchen and how the apparel provides confidence to you, but also, you need to learn how to cook because this is a way of life. Like you're gonna have to get in the kitchen one way or another. So
I think in today's society, kids need that more than anything, whether it's a mentor or just somebody who's trying to pay it forward for the next person.
Absolutely.
I think that's definitely something that the school in high school or any kind of school that you're in is missing right now.
Yeah, they need someone to come in, talk to them, connect with them. But also, what I've learned for myself, like I can't just come in once every 2 years. I got if you're gonna commit to that, come do something maybe quarterly, twice a year. Kids they connect with you if they're familiar.
Yeah.
Who are you to come in here for one day and talk all this good yin yang, and then I don't hear from you from 4 years from now.
Yeah,
right.
By that time I'm over and done with. So kids are a commitment. You really got to pour into them, be intentional with your words and how you encourage them.
It's crazy, and this is off topic, my build on that, but I got chills while he was talking about that because that's so true. And it's true not because I have kids or even that I give back to kids, but when I was a kid in high school playing football, we had coaches that were there every day, and then some that only came in once a week or they only came on game day. And the ones that came in on game day or a couple times a week, they didn't get our respect. Like they could have played in the league, but I'm like, bro, you ain't here for me, so
right.
I'm not getting that everyday FaceTime. Like we're not building that rapport. So to that point, I love the fact that you said that. Like I know how true that is because I can remember that when I was 17 and this coach come in and tell me to do something. I'm like, bro, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. Like you wasn't there.
It's almost like a mentorship at that point in time.
Yeah, that's appreciated.
Yeah,
too, man. That's big.
It will come full circle.
Yeah.
So, I think you might have mentioned it before. You do have a website, right?
Yeah.
How can people find you, or how can people engage with what you got going on?
Yeah, so one, you can always follow us on social media, Rock Chef to Impress. That's on Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, everything Rock Chef to Impress, TikTok. And on our social, we're providing recipes. We're showing you how to chef to impress with how you dress as well as how you cook. We're providing some valuable content for adults as well as kids. So the content and the value we're providing is for every week. There's something for you as soon as you click on the page. And then you also go to the website, cheftoimpress.com, where you can see the latest updates, where you can get your hands on these LTOs, because they're gonna go crazy. You know how y'all standing outside for J's back in the day?
Oh yeah.
Y'all gonna be standing outside for these aprons when they drop. So we're gonna create that type of response. But our ultimate goal is to really connect with the people through our fashion, through our apparel, with some fun, cool designs and make you feel confident. For the ladies, make them feel sexy when they're in the kitchen. And for the kids to be a kid where they can create, allow them to cook with you in the kitchen. So you can check us out on all those different platforms.
And they definitely need that now more than anything.
Yes.
No, for sure. Talking about connections, y'all said y'all was down in Louisville and came up here for a connection in Cincinnati. I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so we showed some love to Molly Pooh, aka Brianna. I call her
Molly Pooh.
Molly Pooh. Yeah, I be forgetting her
Sweets.
real name. But had a blast connecting with her. One, just to hear her story, which if anyone who hasn't, she has a beautiful story.
Yeah, shout out Molly Pooh.
Shout out.
Yeah, so in due time, I can't wait to see her on something like this or just being able to share her story. But we're doing a little partnership where with some aprons, as well as being able to obviously promote Chef to Impress. But the ultimate goal is to get her more brand recognition and exposure. She has a beautiful product when it comes to these pound cakes, and it's something that is extremely.
What are the top 3 flavors again?
Top 3 flavors. Lord have mercy, I love it. My man, you said
Did you have all 3?
I haven't, but I know that strawberry shortcake.
Well, you did because you had the mystery cake.
I did have yes. Yeah, we had the mystery cake. So she
got that cinnamon toast crunch.
See, I heard about that one too. She got that Oreo thing, and she got that. What I really want to try is the banana pudding one. I'm a sucker for banana pudding, so that's what I really want to try. But I know her 3 flavors are Oreo, banana pudding, and strawberry crunch.
I'm gonna have to do that trifecta one day and just
Way
out on the couch afterwards.
Oh yeah, you gonna be
Two
mad.
little ice cream. Make sure you got
Warm it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Knock that chill off, and you good money with it. But yeah, she's phenomenal. So I'm excited with the work that we've done together, and the content that we're gonna release. It's gonna be dope. Y'all will be thoroughly impressed. Thoroughly Chef to Impress.
Oh yeah, well, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah, man. I always appreciate a good chef.
So you like to eat good food?
Oh yeah, 100% on that.
Man,
Like
I'm looking for some good oxtail right now, man.
I feel
I've
you.
never had oxtail.
You never had?
Geeking for some.
I've never had
Maybe
oxtail.
when you come back, that's what you can put together.
I see what I can do.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
A nice slab or something.
Some
man. I'm talking about
oxtails with some good rice with it.
something real tender that
just fall off. Or well, you gotta keep that little napkin in your shirt.
You're setting
get your
that
drink on.
Yeah,
You're setting that bar high because that's what I'm going to expect.
That's
We're going to
what
have a nice little table out here, nice little split. Yeah.
Well, the whole situation. I'm gonna bring the peanut butter bites too. You know?
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna bring a little bit of everything next time I pull up, yo.
Oh, well,
for sure. We'll be expecting that.
We're looking forward to that. So, well, we'll have you back next time around, and you'll have to whip that up for us.
I know it, and I can tell the way you're looking at me. You look like you're gonna hold me to it. I
Oh,
can see the look in your eyes.
I'm
Like,
sitting
remember
there
you
like,
said
damn, that's
you was the first person on here on 24. You said, so I know you're gonna run back the clip.
Oh yeah.
So in February, we got a limited time offer. We're doing a collaboration with Chef Benjamin out of Dallas, Texas. This LTO is going to be one of our first LTOs of the year. However, it will not be the last LTO of the year. We are extremely excited because, I mean, you all have seen our bag when it comes to creativity. That's what sincerely separates Chef to Impress from any other culinary pros, our creativity, our functionality, our comfortability. With us being able to do these LTOs, you're going to see some different functionalities. You're going to see some different levels of creativity, but you're also going to have the comfortability of what we're going to provide in these new aprons and chef coats coming down the line for this year is going to be crazy. So the one we got coming up in February is obviously honoring Black History Month, and so it's going to be African. You're gonna feel connected to the culture, and what the cool thing about food, right, is you can travel with your taste buds. And so what we're doing is we're allowing you to travel through fashion and with our apparel. And so with this this Black History Month LTO, it's gonna be phenomenal. I'm extremely excited to be able to showcase it, and I'm excited to be able to partner with Chef Benjamin. But we're also looking to connect with some local chefs here in Cincinnati. I heard about Chef Nim's Kitchen. I heard he do some great
Shout out
food.
Chef Nim.
Yeah. So this LTO is going to be the first of many for 2024. So be on the lookout for our Black History Month.
All right, man. Well, we'll be on the lookout for that, and it was a pleasure having you guys here.
Absolutely.
And you guys are more than welcome to come back anytime, especially with the oxtail. So
I got you.
Well, it's been Cincy Local and Live. It's Randall Pink,
Cincinnati Ty,
Rock Allen,
Anthony Talbert.
All right, and tune in next time when he brings in that oxtail.
I got
for sure.
It's a new era of chefs and I'm loving it. Hey, look how I'm dressed. Oh, I'm gonna